This is the story of Bill and Ben, the Flowerpot men, who wanted to start their own business, but they couldn't quite agree with the name and some other issues. So they asked their good friend Weed what they should do. Weed told them, why don't you both set up your own business and then after a year come together? The one whose business is not doing as well as the other should then join his brother and have one business together. They thought that was a very good idea. Bill called his business Bill's Flowerpots, and he went to see the regional development agency that was called the Northeast. They had wonderful offices, wonderful premises, wonderful computers, wonderful screens and everything. They really looked very professional, and the man there was very nice to him and told him, we'll help you set up a business. So he told them about a contact he could get with a government agency called Business Chain, a government organisation whose priority was to help them run their business. And he was given a personal business advisor. And the personal business advisor was going to help them develop a plan and give them grants and support to help make their business thrive. And the first thing that the Business Chain person told him to do was to get a website. So he met with a website company, and they were really excited about building a website. They were going to do flash integration, they were going to do all kinds of wonderful things to make the most wonderful website in the world for flower pots. And then he was told he needed to get a search engine optimization expert, because what the search engine optimization expert would do would make sure that if people went on to search engines like Google and Bing, then they would find Bill's flower pots. So this search engine optimization expert spent a lot of time and spent a lot of Bill's money on making sure that he appeared top of the search engine. And then Bill was introduced to a guy who was going to help him with the PR. That was especially helping getting messages out to the local press, because he was told only about 20% of messages actually get published. Therefore you need to get a good company who can give you good headlines and get your information in front. So Bill decided he needed to save a whole lot of money to get one of these PR guys. And then he was told it's all about image. You've got to have a good professional logo. You've got to build a good image about your brand. You're going to have to bring in some top people to sell your products and everything. So Bill had to look at getting a grant and the support to build up the image of his company, because he was told that was so important to be successful. And then he was introduced to an advertising firm who would help produce an advertising campaign that would go in the local press, would go in the TV and everything to talk about Bill's flower pots. Well, Bill was amazed with all this help that was available, but it was going to take him years and years and years before he could be able to pay for it all and begin to make a profit. But he was told by the good people that's the only way ahead. Meanwhile, Bill's brother Ben set up his own company called Ben's Flower Pots. But Ben went to the Northeast Business Centre, which was a place that's totally free, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where you can network, where there's events, where there's business support videos to help you run your business, where there's all the latest news and information, where there's a supplier showcase where you can find out about all the other businesses that can help you. It was a wonderful place with wonderful people. And he asked them about how they could help him set up his own business. The first thing they said to him was, Ben, you need to be where your customers are. And what we've done as a business community is created a whole lot of cyberspace communities and marketplace areas where you can present your products and services. And we've got one for house and home, so it'll be a great place to be where your customers are. So Ben was very interested in that, and he asked them how much it would cost. And they said, well, if all you want to do is to send messages about special offers and so on and new products that you have, then it's totally free to put as many messages as you wish. Ben was very happy with that. And they also said, if you use something like Twitter to create all your messages, then we will publish your Twitter account right at your marketplace, and we'll do that totally free of charge as well. Well, Ben was very, very happy now. He asked what else there was. And they said to him, well, if you want to put content about your business, and photographs and videos and everything, we've created an area that you could have which is for you, and you can put as much content as you wish. It's not limited by the amount of space you use on anything. You could use YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, blogs, everything to create as much content as you wish. Well, Ben was saying, well, how much are all these tools? And they're saying Twitter, Facebook, blogs, they can all be free or very low cost. So you can put as much content as you wish. Well, Ben was very happy now. He's able to, just for £60, put as much information as he wanted about his business in the right target place area. He asked them, was there anything else they could do? And they said, well, if you want to get an advantage over some of your competitors, you could have a space right in front of the house and home area where you could put your own advert, and that's just £360 a year. That's less than £1 a day. Or if you want to actually own that area and be the prime sponsor for the house and home area, then that would be £1,200 a year, or just £100 a month. Well, Ben was thinking about the possibility of doing that. And Ben said, well, I've been told it's all important that you have an image. And the good folk at the North East Business Centre know that's just not the case in the future, because we're all networking. If you've got good products and services, you won't need to build up an image about it. The community will let everybody know. So all you need to do is get your messages out directly about what your products and services are, and then watch your company grow. So after a year, we called the brothers together to see who would come off better. Who do you think it was? Was it Bill, who was still getting his website built and other information added to it, and getting a search engine optimization expert and a PR consultant, an advertising consultant and an image consultant? Or do you think it was Ben, who straight away was getting messages sent right in front of his target audience and building his business? What route are you choosing to run your business? Are you following the Bill route, which is to have all these expensive resources being used? Or are you following the Ben route and being right where your customer is, giving them the messages that they want to hear, giving as much content as you wish? The choice is yours. That's the end of this presentation, but we need to make a few notes. The Regional Development Agency mentioned in this particular presentation, called the North East, does not exist, and nor is it meant to represent one that exists. Also, the government agency called Business Chain is a fictitious name and is not meant to represent any real organisation that may well have a similar name. The Bill and Ben puppets are the actual ones and can be seen at the London Museum. The North East Business Centre goes live in August of 2010. Check out the very many ways that your business can benefit there at www.northeastfirst.com/NEBC. This is a production of Future Pioneers that comes under the title of The Painless Revolution. The idea that we can exploit the technologies that are available to radically improve our business, and yet do it for minimum cost. Minimum cost in terms of skills required, the amount of time required, and the amount of money that you need to spend. With regards to what we're doing with business support in the North East of England, it's all about helping you reach more relevant customers, doing it more often, doing it more effectively, and yet doing it for far less cost. To find out more, go to www.northeastfirst.com/thrive.